So before we start today's video, I have to give a shout out to my brother Brian. This guy just started his channel, but the reason why I call him my brother is because I actually grew up alongside this dude in Houston. This dude is one of the funniest dudes I fucking know, and I can only imagine as time goes forward, his content will be crazy, it will be funny. He's fucking a very genuine dude, down to earth dude. He doesn't censor himself at all either, so if you're looking for a content creator that isn't trying to follow some wave and stuff, or isn't trying to go to that PewDiePie like direction and be oh and shit all the time on the mic, he's definitely gonna be a guy, man. He's funny as fuck, bro. Just give him a chance. Go watch some of his content, and trust me, when that quality get up there, bro, he will be putting out that good shit. I'm also going to be trying to help him out and grow his channel over the next coming months to the next coming years, depending how long he stay in this thing. But of course, I just wanted to go ahead and give him a shout out, as I promised him I would, because I'm one of those people who, when I see other people trying to get up, I will help them. If you need a boost, of course, I will help you. There's people who want to work with me on Kingdom Hearts videos. It's just a matter of, what kind of video do you want to do? Do you want to help me with one of my videos, or do you want to do your own video with me as the guest? But of course, we're going to be hopping in today's video right now, and if you want to check out my bro Brian, go ahead and hit the description for the link, or hit the comment section. It's going to be the pinned comment, so that way he gets the promotion that I promised him I would give him. So finally, getting into today's discussion, we're going to be getting into the talk of the town when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts community right now. And the reason why this is the talk of the town is because this has come up in almost every news article since the D23 Japan Expo event. This has come up again in multiple interviews. So it's come up in an interview with Tetsuya Nomura, I believe, and it's also come up in an interview with Tai Yasue and Tetsuya Nomura together, I believe. So this talk is about the world sizes in Kingdom Hearts 3. In Kingdom Hearts 2, the world sizes are kind of short depending on how you play it. If you skip the cutscenes, they seem short as hell. Of course, you may still have that difficulty curve that you may have to climb sometimes, but even with that, they still seem a little short. And that's because Kingdom Hearts games before Kingdom Hearts 0.2 were always like these little sectioned off pieces, with the biggest game I believe personally being Dream Drop Distance, because there's these spaces, but these spaces are also like, these huge things that you can explore. Like, they're like huge canvases that you can explore, I guess you could say. And well, they're huge set pieces that you can explore, like Prankster's Paradise. Besides 0.2, that's one of the biggest maps I think we've ever had in any Kingdom Hearts games. Any Kingdom Hearts game. Of course, and what I mean by that is that how much of it you can actually explore without like going through a loading screen. That's one of the biggest ones. And it makes sense, as before the PlayStation 4 got 0.2, obviously Dream Drop Distance was on the strongest hardware that any Kingdom Hearts game has ever been on. So, and that is factual. The 3DS is stronger than the PlayStation 2. It's about as strong as the Wii, if not stronger than the Wii. So it makes sense. But when it comes to the world sizes in Kingdom Hearts 3, I figured that 0.2, since it was said by Tetsuya Nomura or Tai Yasue or Shinji Hashimoto, that of course obviously 0.2 would kind of be the size of Kingdom Hearts 3 worlds, but it would be the size of individual worlds. We know that that game can be finished in about 40 to 50 minutes. Of course, I've seen speed runs of it being done in 36 minutes, and this is skipping cutscenes. I know when I said that I had finished it in 46 minutes myself, somebody was like, well, the cutscenes and stuff are like 46 minutes, so there's no way that you did that. Obviously, I was skipping the cutscenes if I did it in 46 minutes. The game doesn't take that long, but with that even still being true, we have to compensate for things such as world events. We have to compensate or expand the size of that by, of course, also the, events of like bosses and stuff like that. So we're also thinking about the time, I'm guessing, that the players in-house are clocking in at. So we're talking about people who make the games but may not be truly experienced in Kingdom Hearts games or get the full potential out of everything that Sora has to offer in the games. So that may also be the case. So when they say that the worlds, I'm going to be talking about this in both perspectives. Let me say that right off the bat. One perspective of it is that each individual world will be the size of a game. Now, the thing about that is that although it's hype to hear that, a game can be 5, 10 to 100 hours long. And once again, when you start talking about the conversation of compensating or expanding, of course, what we know from zero point 0.2 and the information that we have from that, you start talking about cutscenes. This is whether or not each individual player will actually watch the cutscenes. Someone who bought Kingdom Hearts 3 because they like the combat from the trailers may skip every cutscene as they don't know the story of the game. They may not care for the story, they just want to play the game and go through these Disney worlds and see what they have to offer, what their set pieces have to offer. They may not care about Sora trying to revive, of course, the characters within his heart. They may not give a fuck about that. And for that reason, a world that probably would have been stretched out to, of course, 3 hours because of the cutscenes may now only be an hour and 20 minutes long. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, that while it could be what it's meant to be interpreted as, it doesn't fit what I think that is going to go down, because Tetsuya Nomura also had input to where he said that what he was planning for the final phase, one of the final phase worlds, is the culmination of everything that he's worked on thus far. And we know that Tetsuya Nomura, I believe he did do some designs. I believe he did some designs for Final Fantasy VII at some point. Maybe it was Advent Children, maybe it was Crisis Core or something like that. Maybe it was the original game, although I highly doubt that because the original game is older than me, I believe. So maybe he did it for one of the remakes and stuff, because Cloud has had character model changes, he has had character design changes, so maybe he did that stuff. I just know for sure he isn't the damn writer of the game. Some people for some reason do credit him as the writer of the game, but he's not. So with that being the case, obviously it's like, what does he mean by the culmination of everything? Because he does mention since he worked on Final Fantasy. So I'm guessing that what he means here is that what we're going to be seeing isn't just a war between the 7 Guardians and the 13 Seekers, but a war between everyone who has stood on the side of the light versus these 13 Seekers. And the reason for that and my logic on this is that we know that through what we've seen through these trailers, the Dusk are making the Nobodies are making a return. Like the Dusk, they're making their return. The Unversed are making a return. Of course, the Heartless are making a return. That's obvious. And of course, we know that Maleficent may play some kind of role here when it comes to the final battle too, if she gets her hands on the Book of Prophecies in this game. So if she doesn't get it by the end, or if it's not the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts 3 that she finally does get her hands on it and she gets it during the plot, she may actually play a role into stopping Xehanort, as she may know what's actually on those pages, and we saw her step in to try and stop Xemnas, so there's no reason to say that she wouldn't try to stop Xehanort, because what Maleficent wants, I don't know what she wants. It's kind of weird what she wants, because it does seem like she wants to rule the KH verse, but at the same time too, it seems like she wants to rule it, but not at the detriment of the integrity of the world. So you see what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like she wants to rule it at the detriment of the integrity of the world, or shall I say, she don't want to change the balance. She just wants to be its ruler. So that's what it seems like is her goal, and that gives her a plausible reason to join the 7 Guardians versus the 13 Seekers. At the same time too, the 13 Seekers, well, there are 13 different enemies that will be on the battlefield of the Keyblade Graveyard. So with that also being the case, you have to think maybe we're going to be taking up control of many different characters, and although this wasn't stated, as it was stated that there would be 2 playable characters, it is still possible that there will be moments to where we will take control of these other characters. Remember that Final Fantasy 15 did initially start with us only controlling Noctis. Well, there's no reason to say that there may not be any future releases on episodes, or there may not even be little mini episodes for each individual character going through the events of the Keyblade Graveyard. There's no reason why we're getting 7 Guardians and fighting all 13 Seekers is just Sora alone. It doesn't make sense, because what was the point of reviving them if we're going to have the same plot of Kingdom Hearts 2 anyways? So I feel like that's what he means, that the Keyblade Graveyard, and through that probably even the world of Kingdom Hearts, which may be connected to the Keyblade Graveyard, you may only be able to get there through going to the Keyblade Graveyard post-game. So maybe what he means is that this all will probably take place place in the span of legitimately 5 hours to 10 hours. So maybe that's what he meant by that. And that's the stance that I have on it, because it just makes sense when he says the culmination of everything will come in the final phase of Kingdom Hearts 3. And he says the culmination of everything that he's worked on, including Final Fantasy. So we know that he's been a designer of a lot of characters in Final Fantasy, but will what he say actually impact things such as which characters appear on the battlefield? And with these Final Fantasy characters making it to the battlefield, if that's what he means, then of course we may have to see things such as stuff that they're up to. We may have to actually go and help them like we had to do in Hollow Bastion and Kingdom Hearts 2. We may also have to go and help some of the 13 Seekers, some of the 7 Guardians fight their 13th Seeker. We may have to take control of these 7 Guardians as they fight their 13th Seeker enemy. Of course, we know that right now, the way everything is working, we're going to be getting Riku versus Ansem, Riku versus Xemnas, Riku versus Ansem. We're going to be getting Riku probably versus young Xehanort, and then it's going to be Sora and Riku versus Master Xehanort, because Sora can't fight that dude alone. He cannot fight Master Xehanort alone. I will not accept that on the story side. Hell no. This man is presumably the strongest master of all time. This is not a battle that Sora is finna fight like this is Ansem or Xemnas. So, of course, it seems like he has to fight maybe those 3. Of course, we know Aqua has it in for Brig. Vanitas and Ventus are going to go at it again. This is going to be the rematch of the fucking century as they summon the damn X-Blade, which was dope as hell in Birth by Sleep. I think that Roxas will actually fight Xemnas. Maybe it'll be him and Xion. And then, of course, whoever the hell are the other ones, we have the Birth by Sleep trio. We got Mickey in here. Of course, it's going to be crazy to see what all goes down. But I think this is what he means by the culmination of everything that he's worked on. And if you wonder why I didn't bring up Kairi, it's because I don't think Kairi will fight in the final battle. I believe that what Yen Sid is trying to get from her is maybe a secret power that only a Princess of Heart or someone with a pure heart can achieve through being a Keyblade wielder. Maybe this has something to do with some special kind of healing. Maybe this has something to do with some special kind of protection that will protect them if the world actually does wind up falling to darkness. I don't think that she will fight because, of course, that kind of contradicts everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts 1, to where we see that the Princesses of Heart, and this even contradicts what we know now with the story, because the point of the 7 Guardians is to keep the 7 Princesses of Heart to have to use their hearts to, I think, protect the world from Master Xehanort. I believe that that's what it's for, because he's trying to compensate the Princesses of Heart with the 7 Guardians. So it seems like that's what's going to be going on. And I know I should have slowed down. I should have got my words out a lot more clearly. And maybe some of you guys are like, damn dude, are you ever going to slow down? But yeah, it is finally coming to a close, sadly. Because I love talking about Kingdom Hearts. I love talking about things like this. I love getting into discussions like this with the community, because when you guys give me your own impactful feedback on what I had to say, what you think about the information that we've gotten, it just makes it seem like, of course, there's a lot to this community, man, and I just fucking love seeing it, because Kingdom Hearts is literally a game I can sit down and talk about all day, talk about the intricacies and details of certain things. I just love talking about it. When I'm alone, legit, I will watch like almost every Kingdom Hearts game by myself when I feel like it. I'm like, yo, you know what I feel like watching today? Boom, some back cover. People say that's probably one of the worst ones because it jumps around, but I can watch me some Kingdom Hearts back cover, son. Watching, I said, rip a wormhole through the fabric of reality like it's nothing. That shit still excites me to this day, bro. So it's definitely cool to see you guys reply. I fucking love you guys. Thank you guys for all of the support, man. We're at 1K finally. We are coming close to 1.1K, so that's 1,100 subscribers. So this is being boy Amaziah. Don't forget to do a little A-class gaming, and everything you do, don't forget to keep it A-class. Be safe on your journey through today. Be safe on your journeys throughout the week, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace the heck out.